Hello everyone. In today's video, we'll experiment section and state in Google ADK. So we can imagine that section is kinda a new chat in ChatGPT. Every time we create a new chat, technically we create a new user section. With a new section, everything is refreshed. Our conversation in the old section will not be available. Alright, you can take a look at the section lifecycle here to get the idea about the general picture. Essentially, the section is identified by section ID, app name, and user ID. And one section includes the event histories and state. We brought up event history in the second video of this series, right? Every time we have an LLM request, LLM response, a function call, or function response, they will be stacked up in the event history. So basically, it's our conversation in a section, a chat window. Today, we'll check the section state, which is kinda a metadata within a section, a key value metadata. There are many section scopes that we can specify with appropriate prefix, but to keep it simple, we'll demo the no prefix one. Okay, let's not waste any time, let's jump right into the code. Here are what we have in the last video, 3 separated LLM agents that coordinate with each other by this sub-agent block. The weather agent with its get weather tool, the greeting agent with its say hello tool, and the farewell agent with its say goodbye tools. Okay, this time let's convert our multi-agent system to only one agent system again, so we don't get distracted and can focus on the section state only. So we will turn our sub-agents into tools. So here we're gonna use the agent tool. And greeting agents, farewell agents. With that, now we have only one agent with 3 tools: get weather tool, greeting agent tools, and farewell agent tool. So the agent name is now the name of the tool, greeting agent tool. And this one is actually the farewell agent tool. So what's the difference? So if we use sub-agent, when agent A calls agent B as a sub-agent, the responsibility of answering the user is completely transferred to agent B. Agent A is effectively out of the loop. All subsequent user input will be answered by agent B. We demoed it in the last multi-agent video, right? Now we use agent as a tool. When agent A calls agent B as a tool, agent B's answer is passed back to agent A, which then summarizes the answer and generates the response to the user. Agent A retains the control and continues to handle future user input. Essentially, now in one prompt, we can get all the answers of the agents, which differs from the past. The reading message will be delegated to the reading agent. The farewell message will be delegated to the farewell agent. And we'll see them in a minute. What's next? Now we'd like to inject the state into the current section. How can we do it? So technically, we can initiate the state when we create a new section. But it's not possible at the moment with the current ADK Web Server. So another way is we can inject it in a tool or a callback. We will experiment callbacks in the next video. This time, let's create a new tool for injecting our state. Here we want to set the reference language into our state. And this is the function tool we will use. The key here is this context parameters. In the method signature, with this ToolContext, we can get the state from the current section. And we can do anything we want with this state here in the method, like setting up a new attribute, getting and checking the value of some attribute, for example. So this method will try to set the reference language attribute in the state for the first time. Later on, we won't be doing it anymore. Let's register it as a new tool. Create weather agent class. and the tool name initiate user reference. Next step, updating our agent instruction. You are the polite weather agent. For every request, you always do these steps sequentially. Code initiate user reference tool for setting user reference language. You can pass null if you don't find any related information. Here, so after this first step, the initiate user reference is called and our state is set. Then we go to the second step, calling the reading agent tools. In the reading agent, first, it will call the tool say hello and let's say receive the hello there response from this tool. Here, let's try to take advantage of our state. We know we have the reference language attribute we just set in the first step, right? So we can translate hello there to the reference language by specifying the attribute between the curly brackets in the instruction like this. So the agent will understand that it should get the value of this attribute from the state. Alright, let's move on to the next step. Use the getWeather tool for specific weather request. Basically, we can also inject the ToolContext to this method. And based on the reference language, we can return the corresponding response. But to keep our demo simple, let's keep our getWeather unchanged. Then say goodbye with farewell agent tools. Similar to reading agent, we'll try to use our state here. And finally, we'll combine all the results to generate the final response to users. Alright, let's go ahead and run our ADK Web Server. Alright, it's up and running. Let's try to access it. Localhost 8080. Now we're in a weather agent. So we will ask, hello, how's the weather in New York? In French. Okay. First of all, we see that we're in a section here. So at the moment, there's only one section. And this is the section ID. And this is our conversation. So within this section, we have the event history and the state, which is the reference language that we just set. So let's try to create a new section here, new section. And you can see now we're in the second section. And with this section, everything is empty. No event history, no state. So it's how section work. Let's back to our current section and quickly review what we did so far. Clearly, we called the initiate user references to set the reference language in the state. Then we call the reading agent. The reading agent then called the say hello tool, which returned the result in English. But then the reading agent itself called the LLM to translate the result to French and return it back to the weather agent. Next step is called getWeather. Because we didn't adjust anything here, so the result returned from this tool is English. And we move to the next step, called the farewell agent. Here, it is similar to the reading agent. The result was translated to French, and that's why we have the first and the last part are French, and the middle one is English. Alright, last but not least, the state is not only valid in one request, it's also valid in every request in this section. Now our section has the state here, already reference language is French, right? We can try sending another request, but this time, let's use Spanish. Because the state is used for all requests in the section, with this message, we expect that the final response is also French, like this. Because remember that in the initiate user reference method, if we find the reference language in the state, we won't overwrite it, right? then enter. So we see here the reference language is already set. It means, yeah, let's go to this branch and return right away without setting a new reference language. And now we have like French, right? Still a French for greeting and farewell. So once we have the state, this section, the state is still here for the whole conversation in this section. Okay, let's try with another section. So this is the empty section, right? No event, no state. Then we can try Spanish here. Cool. Now the state is Spanish and our response also Spanish as well. The first one and the last part. And this one we are hard coding in our tool, so that's why we return don't have the weather information. Right here. This one we lowercase and replace any space. That's why this never joke is not understandable by our tool. But you got the idea, right? Alright, that's pretty much it. Thank you for taking your time watching this video and this series. Hope you can take something new here. See you next time. Happy coding!